Okay, let's sashimi.
Sashi
Puki Joshin Metotam Rila Lingshin Inde Gambadi Sangye Shindu Nikte Owargi Drokun Nanda Shingla Juparsho Yam Guru Ratna Mandala Gandhya Dayami
Sangye
Antoki Chonam La Chanchu Paidu Dagni Kapsuchi Daki Chenyen Gipe Sanam Ki Rola Penchir Sangye Duparsho
Sangye
Chodan Soki Chonam La Chanchu Bardu Dagni Kapsuchi Daki Chenyen Gipe Sanam Ki Drola Penchir Sangye Druparsho
Sangye
Soki Chonam La Chanchu Bardu Dagni Kapsuchi Daki Chenyen Gipe Sanam Ki Drola Penchir Sangye Druparsho Shugi Shmogi. Good morning. You're looking sharp. I tried, but I can't compete with you. Something about being 25 or something. All right. Word and Ben were helping me yesterday, and let me see here. Let me see here. Thank you. Yeah, here they finished this document. These are all your translations for the second term. In one document, it's 530 pages. And let's see, where's Ben Kramer? Wow. I told him he looks like he stole something out of a cookie jar. And he said it's true because that's the day he got married. That's so poetic.
Sweet.
First.
Who else is there?
What?
Stanley.
Satan.
Oops. Charming boy.
The charming boy.
Word's really handsome. I don't know what happened.
That's going to be a harder sell.
Very quiet.
Sweet.
Me like this text, huh?
Nobody's focused on it.
Tables a turn.
Anyway, it's really far out. Is that everybody?
Seiji.
Oh, Stacey.
Sugan.
Oh, so good. That's past life.
The Mexican suited samurai.
Sugan.
Sugande?
Charming boy.
Looks like he's gonna sell you stocks or something. Anyway, it's pretty awesome.
Kirshla, do we want like a table of contents at the beginning that points to each one?
Yeah, if you want to do that today. There's still one text. My text is not in there yet.
And Karma Vivanga?
That's third term. This is second term. But it's cool. It's 530 pages that didn't exist a year ago.
Wow.
And that's you guys.
Yay.
Yeah, so I give you some. And it's good quality stuff. You know, it's really good quality. And I think it's all really carefully done. You know. Yeah, so me and Jiggy, you have to help me today if you have time. With Choni Lama's diamond cutter.
Okay.
I need someone to help me work on the root text. Anyway, there you go. It was unbelievable amount of hours. It was hundreds and hundreds of hours. So
Can I?
there's
what's that
some.
asterisk?
No, don't say anything. Don't say anything. Yeah, that's wrong. Anyway, you guys can help me, and that's why I want to talk about expostulation. You know, there's things you can do that I don't have to do, and I did them for term 2, but I'm not doing them for term 3. I'm just going to send it back to you. So here's some issues. Footnotes should be full justification. We're only working in full justification. It means right side is straight and the left side is straight. Okay, so don't send me stuff that's half justified and half not justified. Okay, it just wastes my time, and I don't have time. So okay, maybe Bats can help us because I can't get my footnotes to automatically justify or automatically do Palatine or Linotype.
Oh, yeah.
And I have to do every single footnote. I have to justify it and change it to Palatine. I couldn't figure out how to do it. I know you can figure it out.
The style.
She used to work for Microsoft. So. All right. If a number might change later, put a percentage sign in front of it. Okay. For example, when you have a Sanskrit entry, it's always going to be this. You see, it's always going to be because this will change. We're just putting sequentially. When we finish your whole book, we'll alphabetize them, and it will change. You see what I mean? So any number that's going to change later. So right now, we're just putting the bibliography entries in random order. They're not even sequential. Sometimes I go back and put in another one. At the end of the whole book, we have to put them all in alphabetical order. And then S1 won't be S1 anymore. S1 will be S200. So numbers that are going to, and then the footnote's wrong. Because it's referring you to S1. So you gotta, it's mainly before B's and S's and whatever, okay? So you gotta put that, don't put it afterwards, put it before, okay? If you don't know, if there's a problem somehow, you can do that. For example, sometimes we have a Tibetan input that hasn't been cataloged yet. It doesn't have a catalog number. So that's like that's a reminder that we have to catalog it. Okay. So when you've got something like you have to look up later, put an asterisk. Okay. Some of you were doing footnotes from Monier Williams and Das. These are weak sources. They're not good sources. Das, Tibetan Dictionary, Monier Williams Sanskrit Dictionary. Monier Williams is huge. He stole it from some Germans, and he didn't do a great job. So it's sloppy. Scholarly way is sloppy. So I rarely quote it. If you just look up some of the Buddhist entries, and they're way off. So don't trust the dictionary just because it's a dictionary. Use your own database. Go find it in your own database if you can. So I might use Monier Williams once in a book or something like that. If it's a weird Sanskrit word and he says the right thing about it, I'll use him. But don't trust Das and Monier Williams. Our work is better than that, really. Okay. 2 spaces after periods, please. Okay. Except, unless it's this, you're starting how are you? That's a different thing. There's a space here. Oop. Okay.
That can be automated.
He doesn't like automated.
I don't like automated because, it blows up other stuff in the same document. I wouldn't automate things. I wouldn't automate lists. I think the spacing is ugly. The automated things are not aesthetic, and I would rather have it be beautiful. And it's more work in my opinion, it's more work to automate it than not to automate it. So it doesn't save you any. It doesn't really save you any time, and then you're accepting the aesthetic decisions of some worker at Microsoft. You know what I mean. And I don't agree with them. I like the spacing they use on an automated list. It's to me, it's ugly, and it doesn't work for me. You see what I mean? It's not. It's too far away from this item. You see what I mean? It's messy. And then it blows up other documents if we join documents like we did this one. Okay. We spent about 10 minutes yesterday trying to get rid of
And failed.
and like we couldn't do it. We just couldn't do it. He was online, I was online. We couldn't get rid of it. And so, be careful.
Invisible footnote. And line.
You
would think.
Oh yeah, a lot of you have texts that are in debate format. So where do you split them? And generally go to the cheer. The general rules go to the cheer. Da 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 da. So go to this statement which says because, right? And I'll teach you later another point. In your text, if the cheer will be too far away, it might be 3 paragraphs away. So, but a normal debate text, go all the way to the cheer. Don't stop at Chuchen. Don't stop at Yimbartao. You see what I mean? Now, the only other question is, for your text, or for many of you, it'll say Chirte. And then you got to go to the next cheer. Because cheers hang together. Okay. If he says because blah blah they have to hang together. Okay. And you'll learn, but I'm just I'm putting a seed in your mind. You will learn, but I want to make the same standard for all 12 texts. So that would be cool. I forgot to give you the Shenzhen text. We have to put the Shenzhen text in.
Put it when you put yours.
We made a good start on Yuanset. And it's about 100 pages. And it's nice. We put Yuansen and Chang'e, some copies Chang'e. And it's finished, and it's nice. Yeah, this was split into 3. You stopped after Churche, and you stopped after Tal, and you stopped after Churche. So just make it. Go to the Chur. Yeah, I'm going to cancel this one. Let's just move on. This is the question. For example, if you have a Sanskrit word, if you say something like this, I think it looks more attractive with straight up. Rather than this.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
So what about the colon?
Yeah, the
when you start a footnote.
The colon, I think I would do it in the italic.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I've been
And the
doing.
period. And
Yeah.
the comma.
Yeah. Punctuation marks, I guess I would do that. Yeah. There's a place in Tangyur and Kangyur where you have volume numbers. I think that looks more attractive.
Yeah.
So I kind of changed my own rule, which is going to happen, okay?
Please. I should be making notes of all
Again, we could put this document. We can have this document.
Yeah, and it'll be ongoing.
Can you
It's going to have hundreds of.
But we have we have a
We'll
We have a style sheet.
We'll add this to the
we
style
have a
sheet.
style sheet,
You have
and
a
we
style
can use
sheet.
this to update it each term.
Yeah.
And come up with some new
Yeah,
stuff.
maybe Bats is good at that stuff.
No maybes about it.
He's been nominated to update the style sheet.
Expostulation.
Yeah.
Also, we can work in and I can apply it before things go to get.
Okay. Kachik in italics. That's just going to be a standard. The other debaters in italics. We're in non-italics.
Okay. Their translation.
Somebody comes and says blah blah, and then the answer is out of italics, right?
Okay.
Is it indented? Just italics?
Indented also.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the
Somebody's speaking. It's not the level of the author. He's quoting somebody.
Would you write indented in there since you're going to share this and we're going to use it to update the style sheet?
Also indent.
Yeah.
Okay.
If that's what he wants.
Is that a first line indent or a paragraph indent?
Paragraph indent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Geshe-la,
Because
what
it looks
if you-
fully justified. Indent any speaker, including a kachik. Okay.
Quote. Yeah. So should we have a standard then for when we are adding parts of the debate that are not in the original text? It shouldn't be text then. It should be.
No, it's
around
just
square
as if it
brackets
were
or-
in the text, and we're not going to indicate that it wasn't in the text.
Oh, well,
Really?
Okay, because it is in the text.
Right?
implied.
Okay, so I'm not going to put it in braces.
Because it's
You know,
translated.
it is there, and if you don't know that, you see what I mean. A really good scholar knows it. It's there. It's just not written. Okay, so I think it's distracting if you keep having braces around them. It flow. His text flows very, very well without the braces, and I really like it. Okay. Okay, this one more. What is that? I have no idea.
Take out the colon and replace it with a comma.
Everyone.
And then,
Oh.
and
Take
then
out your
input.
semicolons,
There's a
replace them with
semicolon.
Oh, right.
Oh.
Now, in a Tibetan text, there's a shit. It's this thing that goes like that. And there's a rule in carving that when there's a single syllable, you put a different line. You put a pungshe, which has little things on it. So our typists use a semicolon and this mark. And you should just take them out and replace them with this, okay? Because it's no longer the first syllable on the page. You see, it's only for recording a carving in digital. Okay, so it's no longer relevant. Okay, so don't make me take them out. It's a pain in the butt. It's just hours of my time, you know, and I don't have time. Okay. For God's sake, learn to make an M dash. Let's go over it again. Oft repeated. That's an M dash, a short dash.
No, that's a dash.
That's a dash, yeah.
Anyway,
And dash goes in between ranges of numbers. If you're doing folio
maybe.
X and Y.
Okay, anyway. That's you create on the keyboard by hitting this dash thing. Okay, that's for compound words. Okay, then don't start. Scott does this, but I won't mention it. Don't start lists with these little tiny dashes like Bets is always right.
Especially when it's a list of lies.
You see what I mean? Like this ugly. Okay. Now, what's an M dash? And you should use a lot of M dashes because in a long sentence, it's not working.
when you've already used too many commas.
This translation.
Or don't know whether to use semicolons.
It's good.
Should it ever be published? You see, and Word will make them automatically.
Not in
You
this.
have to
You have to
set
set it up.
Because
Okay, well you figured. Ask her.
we're going to work with
Should it will be
set up our
the
versions
best
of all
ever.
this.
Okay, like that. It's a major pause. It's different from John, who is president, went to the store. Okay, you see what I mean? This is a short pause. This is a long pause. Okay, and learn to use it, and then learn to make an M dash. Okay, and don't do this kind of thing. Translation. If you should it. You see what I mean? Well, it just made an
That's
end
an end
dash.
dash,
It
yeah.
just made an end dash. But don't make these wimpy little, you know. Don't make
It's the
something
width
like
of it.
this. Okay, it drives me nuts. Do you know how many hours it takes to replace all those? You know. Okay,
It should take about 15
Yeah,
seconds.
so finding replacing the different.
it's not always. I
You can
understand.
just.
Anyway,
find
by the
it,
way,
put
if
it
you
in
ever
place.
need an
It
M
takes
dash,
longer if you hate all of it.
just hit any letter before, and then hit any letter after, and make a space, and it will make an M dash. Okay, so
Once you set it
learn
up.
to make an M dash. Don't drive me nuts.
You can use option.
Oh, if you can automate that, it's okay.
Option dash?
Yeah, I'm going to try.
Cool, man.
Oh, look at
It's
that.
not been working on my computer.
That looks like
That's something.
Well done,
that looks like
Word.
an N dash actually.
Is it N or N?
That's a Q dash.
Okay, so I'll show you how I store your stuff. Like, let's say Adam's text. So I have a current,
Yeah, option dash.
and you know I'm supposed to put this in your.
Use
Let me know when you're finished, and I'll go on. Okay, current. This is the current, and it has a date in it. Okay, it has my initials and it has a date in it. Okay, so keep changing them every day. Keep changing them every day. Every day you work on your test. Then have a thing called older versions. You see, this is from June. Okay, and store them because you need them because the strange things happen in the world. Okay, and they don't take any space. Okay, so this is typical. This is Stanley's translation. I have references. This is where I put other commentaries and use them. These are the older versions. Okay, and for him I have my old translation, which is 1,200 pages, and helpful for him. Okay, so store everything. Keep storing the old versions, and then please use this convention of put your name and put the date. Okay, all right.
Yep.
Clear. Keep doing it every day. You will not regret it. No, because strange things happen on computers, and you just lose a day's work, or you lose a week's work, and you don't know which version you're on. And okay, version control, very important. Okay, then they don't take any storage. It doesn't hurt anything. Do all the kinds of groundwork you can. Learn to do bibliography entries. So I put Gopher searches in your texts. Learn to make a bibliography entry from it. So I'm going to work on that this term. So when I hit, like in your text, we're going to have the 8 atoms that have to be in every molecule. And your text doesn't list them. So we went to make a footnote. And then my dream is I hand you a number. I say S05067. And you make a bibliography entry, and I don't have to do it. 'Cause now you can do it now. You don't need me for that. You know, if you know, and when I cut it out, I'll try to catch a page number. That means you don't even have to look it up again. Okay, I'll try to catch a a folio number on your note. So then you make your own bibliography entry. So I'm going to work on that this term. Each one of you during your class, I'll give you a bibliography entry to make from the catalog number. I'll just give you the catalog number and the folio number. Sure. What page is the footnote on? Okay, all right. So then you just learn to do it yourself. You don't need me for that. You guys are big boys now and girls. Okay. All right.
I'm happy to help if people get stuck. I had to do 50 this term.
You had to do what?
I had to do like 50 this term because our appendix was all, separate entries. So if anyone needs help, I'm happy to. I had to make a lot of them this term.
I didn't catch that. Why was that?
Because that appendix was nothing but quotations from a bunch of different books.
Oh,
So
your
I made a
appendix.
massive
Oh, God bless.
bibliography.
Okay, yeah.
It
Okay,
was like
good.
50 entries.
And I'll still check them, but if they're wrong, I'm going to be irritated.
Hey.
I don't let anything get past me without looking at it, but it takes a lot of time. Okay, here we go.
Don't the 10-year ones have to be changed now?
We fixed the illumination ones yesterday. She fixed the Tengier volume numbering. It was wrong. The Tengier people did it wrong. She fixed it. And so yesterday we fixed the Tsongkhapa. He fixed them all. It doesn't take much time. The numbers of the Tengier were written wrongly by the people who did the Tengier. Okay, and I finally figured it out. It took us a long time. We had a party, and we gave ourselves an espresso at Cricket's.
But we might want to rip through before you do the final version of the compiled release, we might want to go through the Sanskrit entries.
They kind of jump out at you, like it's suspicious if it's if it's
Volume 800.
volume 135 in the mine only section, which only has 20 volumes. You see what I mean? They jump out at you. Okay. It says RE, which would be, you know, something like 80.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's number 3 or something. They just made a mistake. Okay. So that's cool.